Amis, comment ça va? Please like and share this video. For Canada, if you love Donald Trump, like this video, share it with your friends. If you love Canada and Donald Trump and America, make sure you share this super chat and let me know how much you love America and Canada.
Good. All right. Thank you very much. Welcome.
I'll pause the video and I'll write your name down on my hat and the wall of fame. Subscribe!
Everyone, my name is Josh Morgan. I'm the mayor of the City of London, but you're going to hear me talk with a bit of a different hat on today. I also serve as chair of the Federation of Canadian Municipalities Big City Mayors Caucus, representing the 23 largest municipalities in this country. And I want to say combating destructive tariffs proposed by President Trump requires an all-hands-on-deck approach. And mayors and municipalities across this country are ready to mobilize and play a part in a Team Canada approach. I want you to know that U.S. mayors understand the benefits of trade between our two countries, and they are concerned about the impacts of any trade disruption. The two-way trade in goods between Canada and the U.S. is valued at nearly $3.6 billion daily. Ontario was the #1 export destination for 17 U.S. states and #2 for 11 others in 2023. And I want you to note the mayors in those states understand the importance of trade with this province and with this country, and they know that tariffs will hurt their jobs and their businesses in their cities. The Federation of Canadian Municipalities has a strong working relationship with the National League of Cities and the U.S. Conference of Mayors. Next week, I will be chairing a meeting of the Big City Mayors in Ottawa, where we will be talking with federal ministers, talking about the Canada-U.S. file, strategizing on how mayors can be most effective in the Team Canada effort. You know, we're leveraging relationships we have with U.S. mayors across this to send a clear message about the negative impact that President Trump's trade policies will have on their communities. In coordination with the federal government, the premiers, FCM is ramping up its engagement, and in the coming weeks, we will be actively engaging under the leadership of Premier Ford and the Council of the Federation with municipalities across the U.S. We will be participating in meetings at the U.S. Conference of Mayors in mid-March. We'll be attending meetings of the National League of Cities in February, and we will ensure that we are actively engaging as mayors both in Canada and the U.S. to talk about the negative impacts of this. With that, I want to commend Premier Ford for his leadership on this file. He is not only the chair of the Council of the Federation, but he has provided tremendous leadership on this issue at a time when it is tremendously important.
Yes, let's give him a round of applause.
And I know today he's going to share some thoughts on this issue, and so let me start by welcoming Premier Ford back to the City of London. You're always welcome here. We know that you're providing leadership on this. We appreciate the work the Premier is doing, and as always, the mayors of Canada's cities will stand beside the premiers and the federal government to protect jobs in this city, in this province, and in this country. Premier Ford, thank you.
Good, Doug.
Well, first of all, thank you. I just really appreciate everyone coming and inviting us today. I want to thank the mayor, Mayor Morgan. You've done an incredible job here in London. He's building homes. He's giving more opportunities to people in London and the surrounding area for great employment, attracting companies, and the list goes on and on and on, but thank you for your leadership. And I'm thrilled to be here, right back in London this morning. Actually, we got here last night, went to the police gala. That was spectacular, and Chief Trong, he did an incredible job, incredible leader here. And thank you to Starlum, North America, for hosting us. And VJ, thank you for your leadership. Folks, you see this facility, it is absolutely spotless. They do a lot of work in the life science sector, in the auto sector. But I always say, we can build anything here in Ontario. We can compete against anyone in the world. And the reason we can compete and build anything is because the great folks here. Our #1 selling feature when we go around the world are the people of Ontario, the ingenuity that we have, and we will compete. I want to begin by thanking our great PC candidates for joining me here today. David Piccini, Northumberland, Peterborough South, Rob Flack, Elgin, Middlesex, London, Jerry Preble, London North Centre, Peter Vanderlei, London Fanshawe, and Beth Elson from London West. What an all-star team. Folks, it's so important here in London to go out and cast your vote for one of these great candidates. As the mayor knows and anyone knows, the more voices you have around the table at Queen's Park, the louder they get. They're doing their job. Everyone's shouting and screaming, I need this, I need that. And that's the reason we need more voices like these great representatives. Let's remember, only a few short years ago, the last Liberal government gave up on our manufacturing sector. You know, I don't know if you remember, I remember like it was clear as day. The Liberal government, we're getting rid of manufacturing and we're going to focus on the service sector. Well, that didn't work out too well at all. With their high tax, anti-business, anti-worker agenda, that theory let 300,000 good paying jobs flee our province. After years of Liberal decline, our PC team is rebuilding Ontario's economy with 850,000 more people working today than were working back when we first took office in 2018. And again, it's people like the mayor and folks in this room and leaders like BJ that create opportunities for people. Backed by an incredible team of Ontario businesses and union partners, we've secured $45 billion in new investments in the first electric vehicle and battery plants in Canada, including just down the road in St. Thomas, where Volkswagen is building one of the largest buildings in the entire world. Think of that. I think it's the fourth largest building in the world, 16 million square feet. That will employ thousands and thousands of workers. And for places like Oshawa, Alliston, Oakville, Hamilton, Cambridge, Woodstock, Windsor, Brampton, and Ingersoll, there's new hope for stable, long-term auto jobs. When it comes to creating auto worker jobs, Team Ontario has really delivered. When it comes to protecting auto worker jobs, Team Ontario will rise to the occasion. We'll work together, roll up our sleeves, we'll do whatever it takes, no matter the challenge. I say all of this because Ontario now faces the biggest challenge yet. President Trump is promising steep and sweeping tariffs that will devastate our economy. Hundreds of thousands of jobs are at risk, and not just auto workers, service workers, construction workers, retail workers, everyday hardworking people in offices, factories, and farms across Ontario. When workers lose their jobs, entire communities feel the pain. Bills go unpaid, local businesses lose customers, families worry about their future. We all feel it. This is what's on the line. An economic attack on our auto workers is an economic attack on every person in Ontario. Once again, it's up to us. It's up to Team Ontario to rise to the occasion, to protect our auto workers and manufacturing jobs, to ride out the storm, to win. We're entering a period of unprecedented economic risk and lengthy negotiations against President Trump. In this election, I'm seeking a mandate, a strong, stable 4-year mandate to do whatever it takes to outlast and outlive the Trump administration, to protect Ontario, to protect Ontario auto workers. This is how we're going to do it. Even if President Trump tears up America's commitment to the auto industry, we will not. I want to make it clear to every partner we have in Ontario's electric vehicle and battery supply chain, a re-elected PC government will honor our commitment to invest in the sector. No matter what decision the U.S. makes about the Inflation Reduction Act, we will maintain our financial contributions to the electric vehicle and battery auto pack. A landmark agreement that is attracting game-changing investments, that's creating thousands of jobs, that's bringing hope back to communities across Ontario, including here in London and surrounding communities. Let me be clear. I expect whoever ends up being our next Prime Minister to do the exact same thing. We also have to be prepared for a direct attack on our auto workers. Trump's tariffs will hit every part of our economy, but there's a bullet aimed straight at the heart of our auto sector. We'll do whatever it takes to protect workers and their livelihoods. As part of our plan to protect Ontario and to protect Ontario workers, I'm prepared to invest another $1 billion in the Skills Development Fund on top of the $1.5 billion that's already helping to train 1 million workers, to urgently expand union training centers to help workers gain the skills they need to find high-demand jobs in the skilled trades. I'm also prepared to invest another $100 million in the Better Jobs Ontario program to help workers access skills training and transition into in-demand jobs, including a fast-track stream for workers in sectors that are vulnerable to trade disruptions. Most immediately, we will invest $38 million to stand up and mobilize action centers in any area that might face layoffs, so that local workers have a place to turn. For career supports, retaining, and other employment options. And anyone who knows me knows that I will be the loudest voice with the federal and provincial table demanding that the Fed step up. They need to urgently expand employment insurance and wage earner protection program so that any worker laid off as a result of President Trump's tariffs has the support they need. My friends, I wish we didn't have to face this challenge, but I want to be clear. I will do everything in my power to ensure our province meets this challenge. Donald Trump thinks he can break Canada. He thinks he can get his way no matter the cost. He doesn't know what we know. Canada is not for sale. A strong and united Canada will overcome any obstacle. We didn't pick this fight, but you better believe we're ready to win it. With your support, we will get through this together with a strong, stable 4-year mandate. You can count on me to do whatever it takes to protect Ontario and Ontario jobs, to build our economy, to protect workers, keep us competitive, clean up our streets, and deliver better care. These are the promises that I'm making to the people of our province. This is our plan to protect Ontario. Thank you, and may God bless the people of Ontario. Thank you so much.
We will now open the floor for questions from the media. Please come to the mic and state your name and outlet. Just a reminder, the format is 1 question and 1 follow-up. First question.
Hi, Alison Jones with the Canadian Press. Speaking of the auto sector, you've put a lot of physical and political capital into building this EV supply chain, but we've seen some signs that the market is weakening down in the US. Trump is canceling their targets. Perhaps our federal targets are next. What are you going to do if the market sees a sharp downturn and suddenly Ontario can't support 3 EV battery plants?
Well, we're very confident that that market's going to continue to grow. We've seen increase of, I think it's about 18% year over year on the EV sector, but we're going to be here to support the sector. We're going to be here to support the workers, and we'll do whatever it takes to protect the workers. And for any reason, if they need retraining for other sectors, we're investing into that training.
And I know you've spoken negatively in the past about the rebates that went to supporting foreign-made EVs. Would you ever consider bringing back rebates to support the purchases of Ontario-made EVs or cars with Ontario-made batteries as a way to support the sector?
Well, we believe in supporting companies that make products here. We believe in supporting the people that work here, and we've spent billions of dollars supporting the workers in plants.
Hi, good morning. It's Jessica from the Trillium again.
Hi.
So I'd like to ask you about some comments from your former Minister of Long-Term Care about your family doctor plan. Marilee Fullerton wrote that she sees your, quote, election-style announcement as, quote, suspect. given the government's track record. She writes, after over 6 years in power, would the current government have Ontarians believe that it has had a primary care epiphany? Or did it just not see the family physician crisis coming? Or did it simply have other priorities? Can you answer her questions?
Well, I can tell you, we're investing billions of dollars in building more long-term care. Let's just go back for 15 years before we were in office.
Oh man, it's been
the
a
Liberal
rough
government,
road
propped up by the
for
NDP,
Canada in the last
built
15 years,
about
Debbie.
618